Let's just cut straight into it. My fallout with Mac11. What a start. Bro, this has probably been the most question I've been asked. Not only by people in the scene who know me, but by random people as well. So it's come to my attention that it's obviously been one of the biggest rumours, or I wouldn't even say rumour, speculation that's surrounded my name during my time in the scene. And it was when it happened. When it happened, it was a big outburst, you know. Before I start, I just want to make this clear. I have no ill intentions against Mac11, neither to his family. I wish him all the best. I genuinely wish him all the best, and I hope he's doing well. If not, I hope he sees better days soon. And I hope his family as well. I actually had to think about doing this video for a while, because not for my safety, more so for his safety, or not safety, to protect his status and his well-being. The last thing I want out of this is for people to see him in a different way or whatever, which is that I don't want that at all. If you guys ever see the brother, just tap him up, shake his hand, and wish him well, bro. Because yeah, bro, at the end of the day, bro, we're all human, bro. And the whole reason why I'm doing these vlogs and series of telling my truths is because I don't want to show, it's not about being tough or showing like my experience in the street. It's actually the opposite. I'm showing my flaws and places where I went wrong. So hopefully the next person in my same position wouldn't make the same mistakes, okay? When I made the reply, Signal was my mate, and that was the whole reason why I started it, why I wanted to form up 21 District with my brothers. Now, I was forming up 21 District with my cousin, D. D is a very close first cousin of mine, very good bloke, humble bloke, through his bones, bro, very good guy. And he actually helped me get off the ground. I will never forget this, because I only had a vision, but he would make it come true. Shout out to my cousin D, man. He's always looked after me as an older brother, and any crazy concept I've come across him, bro, he will always, guide me, Anyways, so I've shown him the concept of 21 District, and he was on board with it. He was actually excited because D comes from a musical background. So he actually had a big a love for music, And when I explained to him the whole situation, this guy was cheering, bro, And we all go to the same church, mind you. Me, D, Mac11, and his family and my family. At that time, anyway. So as this goes on, I say to D, look, I've got me and my brothers. Let's try get another guy in, so there can be 4 of us. And then D is the one that he would bring it across to me about Mac. He would say, why don't you guys get this guy in? And I knew of him. Apparently he was rapping. He did a bit of a stint in juvie. And apparently he was rapping before. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but they would tell me, like, what about this guy, And he's from the area too, He had a bit of a stint in juvie, so I said, yeah. I gave D the green light, bro, why not, Get him in. And plus he was twice my age. I don't know his exact age, but he's considered an elder, of the area. Jumps in, we jump in a group chat, everything is cracker, everything pops off like beautifully, I'm telling Mac my idea and like my vision on 21 District, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, it was solid, bro. We actually formed like a really good brotherhood, and then later on we'd also get one of the other brothers from Guildford joined in as well, A1. So we're all together in this group chat, and we're talking and stuff. Now, there's this powerful stigma in the Islander culture that I did touch up before in a couple of episodes, of respecting your elders. Now, I truly think that a lot of the fallout would have been my fault. Why do I say this? Is because I feel like even though I was younger, even though I still am young, I feel like God's gifted me with the mindset of being able to understand. So I want to make this clear for everyone. God gives everyone the free will to judge, but he doesn't give everyone the gift to be able to understand. I've always been that type of person to just try and understand everyone's point of view, you know. Obviously, at that time, I wasn't doing too well, you know what I mean? My ego was going through the roof, and just a few things, like little things here and there that I didn't like, you know, like my little brother would say something in the group chat, and then, you know, he'd jump in on top, and then he'd be like, "What the f that, f this, f that." I didn't like it, like, because that's my little brother, you know. Even though you're old, like, even though he's older than me, that's still my little brother. You can't talk to my kid like that. And me and my brothers, we've always been very protective of each other. And so it was like little things like that, you know, little things like that. And over time, it just accumulates. And this is why I say it's my fault, because I let it bottle in. I bottled all of that in, and then when everything popped, it's as if I was already ready, you know what I mean? It's like I was already ready to pop, and it's like I was already like praying on this to happen, because I was like waiting for it. That's why I say, like, I feel like I'm 100% at fault for our fallout. And to continue on that, so as this is going, we've released a couple of songs. The boys get charged. All of us, we all get charged. Me, my brothers, Mac, we all get charged. And for whatever reason, even though we all got charged, listen to this, we all got charged, the same charges. My brothers had a couple more additional, but pretty much we all had like similar charges. We had the same lawyer. We all had the same lawyer that I appointed. I had this lawyer, Javid Fayez from Parramatta, cracker lawyer, he's a gun. We all had the same lawyer. So I would have never saw this coming. No idea how this came. We all got charged, and then out of nowhere, I remember seeing a story that he put up claiming that I snitched. And I thought he was joking, you know. I was like, oh, bro, fuck, surely this guy's taking the piss, but what a weird way to take the piss, you know. I messaged him, and then the bloke just started going off, and I was like, what? What is this? What do you mean? So then he starts going off, and then I'm like, I message D and everyone, and wait. I missed an important part of the story. The police, the detectives, the Raptor detectives that charged us, they left a letter. They left a letter in our mailbox, in my mailbox. Do you remember what it said exactly? What did it say?
It said that they've tried to make contact.
Yeah.
And then
that's it.
They didn't get a chance to speak to that. They knocked and they didn't get a chance to speak.
That's it. So there was a letter in my mailbox, and I pulled it out, and I read this letter, and it said that they tried to make contact with me, me and my missus. So I had me and my missus' name on it. That hello, we tried to make contact with James Nikua, blah blah blah, in my missus' name, and they weren't able to. And then they said to contact them immediately. I took a picture of this. What is it? What did it say? Correct me. Just jump in, bro, because I want to tell this story as factual as possible.
Okay. Something about like they tried to make contact with. There was 3 people's names, and
yeah.
One of them was mine, and it said that they spoke to me, asking about you. And because I wasn't there, I didn't know anything about it. They said I don't know anything, and then they left. They said that they made contact with me, and that was it.
Did it have old mate's name on it?
Whose?
Old mate?
I think it had his and I think Daniel's.
Okay, so all right, now we're getting there. Now we're getting. I'm very
along those lines.
I'm very rusty on I just know the bits and pieces, because you got to remember this happened like six years ago, lad. And it's like, even though it's small little details, it's probably important to add in anyway. So, and I probably don't need to add in exactly what was on the piece of paper, but I want to try and get this out as factual as possible from my end, you know. So it had my name, it had my missus' name, and he said that they tried to make contact for me through her, and it also had the names of old mate as well. I'm pretty sure, yeah?
I don't remember that. All I know is my name was on it, and 2 other people's names were on it.
Okay, so there was multiple names on this piece of paper. I can't remember exactly what was on it, but anyways, I screenshot it. Like, I took a picture of this piece of paper. I took a picture of this. I sent it to the group chat, and I said, lads, what do you think about this? That picture that I sent, I wouldn't know at that time, but that would cause the outburst that happened. So I sent that picture, and then he's saved that picture, and then he's used that picture against me as collateral. I don't even know how he twisted it to make it seem like that was a statement made by me or anything like that. I don't know how, but that's what he took from it, because I think on the paper he said something like, we've attempted to make contact with James Nicola or something, or my missus, you know. So anyways, he's taken this picture and like, yeah, I don't know, he's used that as he's weaponized that against me, even though I'm the one that sent it. I sent it to the chat, that's how he got it. Now, other things would play in part. So when I did get charged at the police station, and my brothers, the Raptor detectives would try and turn us against each other. But me and my brothers, we've already known this. We know how it works. And at that time, we went on we know how it works. We're not on drugs or anything at that time, you know? We know that that's their main priority. They make us flip on each other, and they break us internally, you know? The cops are professionals at doing this, and they would succeed in this particular case, because not only that one letter that I sent to the group chat, I'd hear as well that they would be whispering in my brother's ears, and then I'd also make the assumption that obviously if they're talking to my brothers, they're also talking to old mate, because they've already approached me and they've said, hey, listen, your brothers have already said, bro, these cunts, they think I'm dumb. I know my brothers inside and out. These guys will be quiet all the way till they die, bro. They won't say a word against me. Now, obviously, I'm thinking that they've probably approached old mate and have said the same thing, and they've probably accomplished it, because now he thinks that I've made a statement against him. Now, I was like, there's multiple ways I could have gone about this, and I wish I did. Like, I really wish I took it more in a mature way. I wish I approached this much more maturely, but because I was young and like my ego was through the head, I just kind of like, bro, you think I'm a snitch? You think I'm a fucking, like, that's a big call, bro. Like, you gotta make sure you can back that up, lad, if you're gonna call me a snitch. And like, I blasted it out of proportion, bro. And that was the ugly stories that you guys seen online when we were posting up stories about each other. But you know the thing that I didn't get? So, like, bruh, I actually, like, it hurts, you know? It hurts, like, actually remembering all this, because it was painful for me at the time. He would actually turn, his influence would turn the whole area against me. And a lot of the boys that I grew up drinking with and, like, things like that, they'd all just turn on me like this because of him. And they believed what he said. And I remember for years I was battling like with myself, like, why would they believe him over me? Like, bro, like, you guys have just met this guy. You guys don't even know him. Like, I introduced him to a lot of the boys that turned on me. Yeah. And fuck, it sucked, you know? It sucked. It sucked because, bro, I didn't see it coming, and then after years, I just realized that, you know, like, it just made a better story, you know? Like, that's what I told myself anyway. I told myself after a while that the only reason why everyone went along with that story is because Lekz snitching was like that story in a statement, that would be massive, you know. So that's why everyone is ready to bang on it, like on something like that. And I was surprised because a lot of the people that turned on me it's as if they were already waiting, you know. It's like these guys were just sitting there waiting for like something, just a little tiny thing to see about me, and then fucking jumped on me straight away. Everyone is like, I snitched. Lekz is a snitch, blah, blah, blah. And my brothers were inside when this all folded out, and I'd go back and forth with old mate, and his family ended up getting involved. His brother got involved, and I don't blame his brother for getting involved. You know what I mean? Because that's his brother. I wouldn't expect anything less of my brothers. You know, whether I'm right or wrong, I'd expect my brothers to be there for me. So I don't blame his brothers and his family for sticking up for him, because that's their job, you know. But then everyone else kind of took me by shock. And I had a lot of people that were just kind of sitting on the fence. They just kind of, like, I'll be like, what do you think about this? And they were just like, we're just waiting on his paperwork to see what he brings up. And to me, that was a straight slap in the face, lad, because I'm like, if you're waiting for paperwork, like, that already, like, don't sit on the fence. If you're waiting for paperwork, then that means it's a possibility in your mind already, you know. And I lost a lot of friendships, recovered a lot. After a lot of like individual yarns with like individual people, like we left it behind, and we came to fix our bygones. But I truly like a lot of our friendships never truly recovered. I'm still like really good mates with the boys that did stick by me, and it's only a couple. I can count it on one hand. Yeah, so I feel like this story is actually telling this story is actually it's healing me as well. Just talking about it, because it was one of the darkest times I've ever had, you know. My brothers at that time were locked up, Malik and Ronnie, and I remember when all the area was against me and that. My little brother Foki, because I was on house arrest at this time as well. My little brother Foki asked me, "What do we do now? Like, what are you gonna do?" And at that time, it was only my little brother and my oldest brother with me, Foki and Will. And I just told my little brother to just strap in, stay next to me. If it's us against the world, that's it. We got to do it together. And this is one of the many reasons why I'm really close with my brothers, because they've seen every part of me, you know. They've seen every side of me. They've seen my angry side. They've seen my broken side. They've seen every side of me, and they've stuck by me through the whole way. That also kind of fractured my relationship with my love for the area, you know. Even though everything fixed after that, I just never saw it the same. I never really saw it the same. And I think most of the reason why is because the only reason why a lot of people let go is because I posted up my paperwork. Everything. I posted up everything. He didn't post up his. To this day, he never posted up his. He just trolled me online. So I posted up my paperwork, and then that's when everyone was like, oh yeah, oh fuck. But then he didn't post up his, and then guess what? When he didn't post up his, after a while, everyone just realized it was all eat ass, and then everyone just went back to their normal day. Like, everyone just carried on. Everyone just jerried on, and I was in ruins, bro. Because, bro, it's not a normal thing, bro, being called a snitch in the streets. I take that very seriously. Well, I did. I took that seriously. Now I don't really care. You can call me a snitch. You can call me whatever you want right now. You can call me whatever. Like, I'm already over all of that street bullshit, lad. Yeah, so, man, I do remember as well. So what happened was, going back, when we're posting stories about each other, we're going off at each other, which I'm so embarrassed about, Like, I think about it now and I think, fuck, what a little shit, you know? Other people probably looking at me like, look at this little cotta, bro. But what can I say, bro? Like, it is what it is, bro. I was young, bro, at that time. Because I felt like him as an elder of the area, someone that's supposedly supposed to be like looking out for me as a younger, this guy is not only like trying to step on me, he's trying to get all of my mates and everyone on me. And I had no choice but to stick up for myself. I was cornered against a wall, so I had to stick up for myself. And then so we're posting stories about each other, going back and forth. But I wasn't really into the trolling, you know. This guy was, he was trolling. He was pretty good at it too, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I actually laughed. A couple of the stories he put up, I laughed. I'm like, bro, that was actually funny, you know. But I wasn't into all that. I just wanted to meet up and bang it out, you know. But then I got pissed off because I kept messaging him to like, let's just meet up and bang it out. Like, the internet doesn't need to know about this. If you think I'm a snitch, stop getting everyone involved. Just come and see me and see if I'm about it. Like, come and see, like, if you stop calling me a church boy online, come and see my church hands in person. I didn't say that, but like, along those lines, because he kept calling me a church boy. I'm like, all right, bet, come, let's meet up. But he just kept trolling me back and forth. And then I sent him a video of me at Condell Park, which he agreed to meet me there. And I waited there and he never came. So I sent him that video and I sent a copy of that video to my boys chat. And I was pissed off at my mate, who I'm not gonna name, but like, cause I would send it to the group chat and him, and my mate ended up saving the video and sending it to the, one of the, from the area pages, I don't know, one of the drill pages, I can't remember from now, it's years ago. He sent it to him and then they posted it and I messaged my brothers in the group chat, who the fuck sent that? Sorry, bro. Sorry for swearing. I'm still learning how to stop swearing. But who the fuck sent that video to the thing? And then my mate said that it was him. I said, why'd you send that for? And then he's just like, he actually had a reasonable excuse, you know? He said like, bro, I just love you. I love you too much to see everyone tearing your name down like this. You've done so much for us boys in the area and for everyone to just turn around and like, you know, do this to you. He couldn't take it, so that's why he sent it to the thing, which was reasonable. I was pissed off, but it was a reasonable excuse, you know. I forgave him after that. But I just didn't want my video, I don't like to look like, you know, like even at a young age, I kind of cringed like net beefing, you know. Like I just wanted to like meet up. I always wanted to meet up if there was dramas and that. I cringed a bit at like net beefing. I did take part of it in like a little bit here and there, but even when I did it, it felt forced. Like it felt unnatural, you know. So anyways, that goes over there, and that's that ugly video of me. What an ugly cunt, bro. Me at the park. That's that video of me that I sent to him. So anyways, we'd go back and forth following that, and he said, oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about meeting up, you know. I'm gonna get you guys. You're gonna get you guys, like. And he kept claiming to me that like he was a heavy and like he had like all these boys coming for me, and I just kept saying, yeah, sweet, send everyone, all good. Because like me, I was still young, you know, and I had not nothing to lose, but like I didn't want him to think that just because I was a kid that he can like, you know, like in my brain at that time I was thinking, bro, this guy's probably stepped on so many youngins up till today. Today will be the last time you step on a youngin, and I'll show him, you know. And like I guess he kind of used his credibility against me. Like he used to always shout out OC in the reply. He shouted out OC, like free the OC crew. At that time I didn't know anyone from OC, you know. I didn't know anything about any prison gangs at that time, you know. I definitely wasn't my tea. Like I didn't know any of the prison dramas, whatever, but he was telling us that like he's linked up with them, with the OC boys and that. That's why he kept mentioning them. Was it true? Was it false? I don't know. I'm telling my story exactly how it was. Now, for all of this to unravel, Man, I remember having multiple yarns with my lawyer saying, how does this guy think that I snitched? Like, can you spell it out for me exactly how? Like, how has he come to that? How did he end up there? Like, with me, like, I genuinely wanted to know from my lawyer. And my lawyer is still my lawyer today, Javed Fayez from Parramatta. He's still a solicitor for me and my brothers. It just never made sense. And Javed told me, mate, I got no idea. Like, I've looked at his paperwork, I've looked at yours. I don't know where he came up with like that you snitched. I don't know. Someone has told him something. I think the police has told him something, and they're just trying to break you boys up. And I'm like, well, look, bro, like, speak to him, because I think we had NAs at that time. I can't really remember for sure. But yeah, man, like, that's everything in a nutshell, bro. That's how we fell out. And for years we didn't talk, you know. And I remember when, even to this day, you know, like the allegation he put out was so broad that even people to this day will come up and ask me randomly, like, bro, did you hear about like apparently there was paperwork? Nah, there's no paperwork, bro. There's no paperwork. And because we have people, this is actually another interesting thing I wanted to touch on. Like, the dual scene has blown out of proportion to a point where you got school kids or kids that have never known the jail life or gang life saying words like boneyarder or like paperwork, snitch, made a statement, dog. Bro, you have all these kids like saying these words and these terms speaking out of school, because the Oz dual scene has shown all these kids that, and you guys can all be a part of this as well, you know. For like there's like a lot of like, it was always sacred in the street game that you don't call people a dog and you don't call people a snitch. These are like big words. Even a boneyarder, you have to have solid facts behind it to, you know, to like back these words up. You can't just throw around these words like nothing. Even as a kid I knew this, you know, I knew this even when I was young. And then yeah, so we stopped speaking for ages, and after dispute after dispute, like I slowly filtered out like a lot of my mates. Not forcibly, it's just like, it just never was the same anymore, you know. Like, after I stopped drinking and after I stopped taking drugs, it just, that like feeling in the back of my head that like, man, like, of betrayal, you know. And I truly think that you don't necessarily always, well, this for me anyway, I don't think you ever really recover from betrayal 100% fully. Especially the betrayals that don't make sense. You know, you learn to tolerate people, but as far as trusting people, it just, you know, you love them from afar. You show love, and then you just, you know, when you shake someone's hand and you hold them there because you don't want them to come in, it's like that. It's like, there's love, lad, but like, I'm like, just keep your distance, you know, like, just to protect your own peace, you know, nothing dirty against anyone, like, yeah, you learn to do that after a while. And I've come to a stage now in my life where I'm comfortable in my skin to talk about these things. Like, things like this situation was in the closet for me for a long time. This is actually the first time I'm speaking about it. You guys can tell that, you know, I'm a bit shaken talking about it, because I don't like talking about this yarn. But yeah. So I ended up seeing him years after the altercation. When my brothers were out, we ended up bumping into each other, and yeah, we pulled away to the side and we spoke, and not really going to get into detail about what happened, but everything is all good, you know. Also, to touch up on it as well, that time when we were beefing, a lot of you guys were saying that like he was a junkie. I was junking on rack, lad, at that time that I was beefing with him. So he was, I don't know if he was on ice or rack, but I can speak for myself, lad. I was junking on as well. I was on the rack hard. I was on rack benders. Never touched ice, but I've never touched ice, bupe or anything. But I was definitely on the alcohol rack benders, you know, day in, day out. And that would also facilitate my, you know, my actions and my demeanor towards him and towards all these other elders that, because when I had a fallout with him, followed with everyone else disliking me, you know. I just, even after everything found out that it wasn't true, it was hard to recover, not only from their side, but from my side too. I didn't want to rekindle any friendship with anyone, you know. That was me. And ever since then, me and my brothers have just gone tighter and tighter, you know. We've gone tighter and tighter, and the years proved to us that at the end of the day, we only have each other. You know, people are gonna come and go, but we just need to stick behind each other, because we never really had like a big homie to, like, you know, address us or tell us this, don't do this, don't do that, get off the rack, do this, do that. We literally only had each other. And we had each other to fall back on when things like this would happen. I truly hope he's doing well, the brother. And if this video does reach out to him in any way, shape or form, this would definitely be me telling you, Doggo, that, you know, I got nothing against you, nothing against you or your family. If you ever see me in public, Doggo, don't be fucking mad to come up and say hi, lad. I'm already over all that shit, lad. Leave all that shit in the past. And as well to your family, love and blessings to you and your family, and I hope you are all doing well. That's the yarn anyway. There are little bits and pieces here and there, but that's like the main stuff from my side, lad. That's like the truth from my side, from what I know, you know. If there's anything I've missed out, please feel free to fill it in. I'm not, like I've said in my previous video, I'm not here to look like I'm not trying to be the most righteous guy, or I don't want anyone to like me. I'm not in a competition to be liked. If anything, like if I wanted to be liked, I wouldn't be doing these series telling you guys that I got stabbed and that I disrespected my elders. I'm actually showing you guys this to show you my flaws and to show you that I'm human as well, you know, and I've made a lot of mistakes that I'm not proud of. And hopefully when I give out these messages, it's gonna help someone that was in my situation, you know, because I don't know if anyone was in my situation, but when I was in my situation, I just thought, bro, no one would ever be in this situation, so who can I look up to that can show me what was the right way to go about this, you know? So that's the yarn for you guys, lad. Bro, my coffee is gone cold, lad. You know why? Because I keep talking each day, lad. It tastes like shit too. You know when strong coffee, like, when it gets cold, it tastes hello. I got an extra large coffee jumbo, 4 shots of coffee. Yuck. Anyways, guys, that's the yarn for today. Like, share, follow, subscribe, comment down below whatever you guys think of this. Show me some love, show me some hate. I'm happy for it, I'm happy for everything. Matter of fact, you know, I actually admire when people hate how I am, because that's the whole message of this. I don't want people to be like me. That's why I'm sharing all these stories. So like, follow, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what else you guys want to hear about, or what you guys want to know about, any rumors, any speculation. I'm an open book. I'm going to show you guys everything. I won't be telling tales. I won't be telling any fairy tales to make myself look better than the next person. I'm going to tell everything strictly to my knowledge of how I know everything, and to the best of my ability. There's no fairy tales around here, lad. Let me just get that straight. If I wanted to tell fairy tales, that last video I put up would have been different. But I want to give you guys everything raw and authentic. Yeah, lad, that's it. Glory to God, lad. Love you guys. And stay safe. Bless.
Tell him I was blessed and forgiven. Through the valleys or shadows of death, if he's in it.